government tried to destroy the Native American culture,
it was because Native Americans did not need roads, did not need money, did not need schools, did not need hospitals, did not need technology. So they lived happily without needing to pay taxes and were free from control. Also the close-knit families and communities, and the deep spiritual interconnectedness with nature, which means that the Native Americans are the antidote to the New World Order.
Understand why you have to pay to live on a planet you were born on. And then, I mean, it's such a simple question, and it's haunted me ever since. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Ask yourself that question. Why do we have to pay to live on a planet we were born on? And who are we actually paying for the privilege of being alive here? Who made them the boss? Who put them in charge? You know? Think about that.
Island, where in 1910, representatives from the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Morgans, and other private bankers gathered secretly to draft the legislation that would create the Federal Reserve. I found it revealing that in the same year the Federal Reserve was founded, 1913, the Internal Revenue Service was also established. An income tax was then instigated so you and I would have to pay the politicians' debt plus interest to the bankers.
The problem is we have a privately owned central bank system in the United States disguised as a government-owned system. Now, if you look in the telephone book here in the Washington, D.C. area, you look up for Federal Reserve in the blue government pages, it's not there. It's in the white pages right next to Federal Express. It's a privately owned central bank.
Central banks are banking cartels which have gone into partnership with the respective governments in the countries where they operate. And they've been given monopolistic power over the creation of the nation's money supply.
Put everything in a trust. So my car is owned by a trust. My houses are owned by trusts. My businesses are owned by trusts. I just manage the trust. Then I don't personally own anything. Well, dude, it's just a strategy for, taking advantage of, taxes. If you live as an entity, like for example, the way it works, if you live as an individual, you work, make money, get taxed, spend what's left. If you operate as an entity or in a trust, you earn money, live, and then they tax what's left. So if I made $1 million as an individual, they would tax it at, let's say, 53%. So you get 470 grand. And then you pay your bills out of the 470 grand. If you live as an entity, you make the same $1 million, you pay everything, and there's $200,000 left, you pay taxes on $200,000.
And I know you probably can't hear this, but it's okay. It's really just about the visuals. So here you have, I'm just going to mute it anyways. This is the national anthem. Now, as you're watching it, you may see as the words stream across, you'll see some other words really kind of quickly flicker in there. Now, just in case you missed it, here they're going to slow it down, and you'll see that they actually have subliminal messaging that quickly fades into the screen. Now watch this. Believe in the government, God. Do you see that? This is in the 60s. This is what they were able to do in the 60s. Keep watch. Rebellion is not tolerated. Check that out. Just one more. Obey, consume, obey, consume. So it flickered. This is what they were showing people in the 1960s. It flickers so that, right, it flickers so that you don't even pick it up with your eyes, but your brain, your eyes are picking it up. Your subconscious is picking it up. And, subliminal messages get rooted into your mind. So the point is, this is what they were able to do in the 1960s, and the messages that in that video were trust the government, God is real, God is watching, believe in government God. This is what's interesting when you just say God. You're like, okay, well, what God, right? Rebellion will not be tolerated. Obey, consume, buy Ultra, buy Naomi, worship, consume, obey, believe, do not question the government. That was what was shown in the 1960s, right? So right now with 60, 120, and 240 hertz refresh rates and 4K TVs, who knows what they can interweave into the screen. It's like they
Bruce Kowalski. Your monthly universal basic income has been deposited into your account. For more information, press details. You have been paid 2,000 central bank digital tokens. The following fees are being deducted. Accommodation fee, food ration fee, recycling fee, clean energy fee, personal greenhouse gas emissions fee, climate change fee, diversity fee. Your current remaining balance is 5 central bank digital tokens, and if not spent, it will expire in 7 days.